So let's talk about corruption and money. That means people doing bad things secretly for money. What is black money? Black money is the money that's not reported to the government. If only one person controls something, it's easy for them to change it. That isn't actually safe, and it's called centralized. So basically anything, for example, banks, or you take it any big companies or anything to do with government, paperworks, everything is managed by people, other people. And now whoever these people are, and if they are managing these documents and this data, it can be changed, it can be edited, it can be deleted, and we other people outside the system do not have access to them. And this is called centralized system. So now let's talk about blockchain, a new secure system. What if it is hard to change and it is safer for keeping all the data and the money? That means nobody has the right to change it, nobody can edit, nobody can delete it, and nobody can hack it. So now this system is called decentralized, and blockchain is decentralized system. So let's talk about the history of blockchain. The roots of blockchain research trace back in 1991. However, it took a giant leap in 2009 because an anonymous developer, Satoshi Nakamoto, introduced the world to Bitcoin, a cryptocurrency built on blockchain technology. Since then, the world has seen an explosion of interest in cryptocurrencies. And today, we have so many numbers of cryptocurrency. We have more than 22,000 cryptocurrency, digital cryptocurrency in this world. To break it down in simple terms, think a traditional shopkeeper. This shopkeeper maintains a ledger. You can refer it to खाता in Hindi. खाता किताब रखते हैं जो खाता लेता है जिसमें लिखा जाता है. Where he records all his transactions from purchases to sales and deliveries. The blockchain operates similarly to this ledger. Each set of transactions is stored in a block, and over time these blocks links together to form a chain. Okay? That means every time any data is stored, it gets filled in one block. As soon as it is filled, it starts creating a second block. And that first block is connected to the second block. Similarly, second block gets filled, then the third block is generated, and it is connected to the third block. This is why it is called blockchain. Inside these blocks, there are three crucial components. One, most important, the first one is relevant information. This is the primary data that actually captures Bitcoin's transactions. Who sends Bitcoin and to whom it gets received. You can also say this is actually the receipt. हम जब कुछ खरीदी करते हैं, when we buy anything in the shop, we get a receipt that we paid for this product. Similarly, this is like a receipt, the transaction data which is being stored. Once added to the blockchain, it remains forever. Okay, it remains there forever. That receipt cannot be edited and deleted. Second is hash. This is a unique identifier for each blocks. Similar to how our fingerprints are unique to us. How an Aadhaar card also requires a biometric verification. हम जब आधार कार्ड बनाए थे, we gave a thumb impression, right? And वो thumb impression के बाद में the data went to the government, and then government created a unique code for us, that number code, which is on our Aadhaar card. Similarly, hash is same as that code which is generated only for you, and it's a unique code, and it's called hash code. And third is previous hash. Each block, in addition to its own hash, also carries the hash of the previous block. If you see the image, there is hash in the first block, that's AAAA, which is connecting to the second block, and it also carries the first block hash with it. And the second block has a new hash which gets connected to the third block hash. So this is how each block carries the previous block hash with it. So if anyone desire to alter this block hash, or they want to make any changes, they need to trace back and start modification from the very first block. And that first block is called Genesis block. Now this is where the blocks are designed to make sure there are securities, so that nobody tampers with it. If anybody tries to tamper, they have to go on the first block. Means all the subsequent blocks would become invalid if they tamper with any of the first block. And you need a lot of effort to make the changes in these blocks. And it might even take thousands of years to make it happen. So you'll see, what if they try to make the changes? Virtually it is impossible. So, but I'm still giving you, if you see the next image, I'm trying to change A to ABCD. When I do that, my next block was actually A. Now I have to change that too. And then I have to change the third block also. And so on and on. Now this is near to impossible. You know why? Because there is a time in it. Okay, there is a time. So in Bitcoin blockchain, to make any changes in a hash, it takes 10 minutes. So if I calculate one blockchain to change, will take 10 minutes. And if I want to change 1 crore blocks, because there is going to be thousands and crores of blocks. And if I try to change 1 crore blocks, it will take 200 years for me to do that, which is near to impossible. So this time implementation concept is called proof of work. It's an addition safeguard in the blockchain. And this is an outstanding mechanism. It mandates validation that a specific amount of the computational effort, like the 10 minutes for Bitcoin, has been extended to confirm changes. And one more beautiful thing in this blockchain is another layer of blockchain security. This blockchain is called a transparent blockchain because everything that is done in the blockchain, from transaction to any kind of a changes, everybody gets to know, and it is transparent. You, me, or anybody can have a look at it with only the hash code. So every participant in the blockchain, in the network, has a copy of this entire blockchain. This means that any attempts at the changes undergoes a verification process by the network participants through a voting system. And this voting system is called consensus rule. If the majority doesn't approve, they need a 50% majority approval. And if it doesn't get approved, the changes is discarded and rejected. So it is not gonna be easy for any human being to make any changes. Because as per my knowledge, in the last 14 years of Bitcoin blockchain, there has never been any changes in the blockchain. Nobody has ever made any kind of data changes or anything like that. So that means it is so much safer. And this is the beautiful rule that's called consensus rule. Okay, that means you need a majority people's approval, which never can happen because you need minimum 50%. You have to be above 50% to make such changes in the blockchain. Nowadays, cryptocurrency is on a big demand because Bitcoin actually touched 50 lakhs rupees. That is approximately $60,000 in 2020. It has come down currently, but it is still a very big amount. Today, one Bitcoin costs 21 lakh rupees. That is approximately $25,000. So you can imagine you owning one Bitcoin, one currency, one digital currency is valued more than any other fiat currencies in the world. So what Bitcoin actually did is it eliminated the middleman. That is the bank. So if I had to send money from India to USA, then I would have to deposit it in the bank. Then bank will verify. It will ask you for information from both the end. And then it will convert my INR currency to USD, where I'm gonna lose money, okay, because of the conversions. And there will be a charge where the banks will make commission. And then he transfers the money to USA. So the process is long, it is difficult, and there is a lot of money which is shared to the banks. Now that's the middleman. But because of Bitcoin and the blockchain, so now if I want to transfer funds directly to USA, I would choose cryptocurrency because there is no middleman. It is peer-to-peer. Okay, it's a direct transfer. It is same as gold. It is transferred asset to asset, and Bitcoin does the same. The fee is also very low. The fees that we pay in the blockchain is to the machines and the electricity that is being used. to run the blockchain, and it is called gas fee. And there are various ways where the blockchain is being used nowadays. Besides cryptocurrency, it is now used in real estate. If you all know, we all do notary when you're buying a property. But now the notary work can be done on the blockchain to secure your data and keep all your information safe, because it cannot be deleted, it cannot be edited, it cannot be removed, it cannot be modified, it cannot be hacked. So your buying and selling information is stored so safe for life, and it cannot be changed ever. This data can also be accessed even after 200 or 500 years, because the blockchain runs on network. You cannot change it. You cannot do anything. It is gonna be there forever. In another way, it is also used in hospitals to keep all the patients' records, information, and doctor can actually safely access these relevant information in the blockchain. You can also use blockchain for projects, startups, and any other businesses. It is coded for life. And this blockchain has something called smart contracts. It is same as any paper contracts or agreement that we do with the clients, whether it is your job, business, or work, or whether you're buying any big products. It is just converted to a digital form and stored in the blockchain. It is just a code which talks to the machine how a transaction must be done, which is already coded by a developer when it was built. That means it works and runs on an algorithm of the code on automation. So you cannot do any further changes once it's developed and released. Everything that is coded was before the launch and the release. And now it runs on automation. It is complete 100% autopilot. On the screen you see are my two favorite blockchains, Ethereum and Polygon. Ethereum was launched in 2015, and it was an open source platform where any other blockchains can also be built on top of the Ethereum blockchain. You can also create smart contracts, decentralized finance. You can create tokens. You can create games. You can create social media application and lot more. Polygon blockchain previously was known as Matic Network, and it was launched in 2017. It aimed to create a scalable solution for the Ethereum blockchain. The best thing about Polygon blockchain is the gas fee is cheaper than Ethereum blockchain, and the transactions are faster. I hope you liked the video and you got to learn something new. And if you do, then please do like, comment and share. Thank you very, very much.